I'm Mishima Yuki, and you're listening to the Giant Sword Podcast, home of the second biggest group of Phantom Thieves ever. The first being me. Keck.
Hello, and welcome to this week's Giant Sword Podcast. I'm your party leader, Nick Lynn. To my side are my noble and hairy are Taylor Hoyt.
What's up?
Maddie Lynn.
Hiya.
And we have a special guest today, Vanessa.
Hi. Yes.
It's your second time on, actually.
I know. I'm excited. Thank you for having me again.
Of course.
Yeah, thanks for coming back.
Now we have video.
What's that?
Now we have video.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. This time we have video, so.
We get to see your
You can
cute
see.
doggo in the background.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be making a. I don't know what he's
Stop.
doing right now.
So
He's trying to eat his foot. Actually, he had his foot in his mouth. Right.
Smart.
Stop it.
So, like, when you were on last time, you had just kind of started getting into, like, the paid cosplay gig, but now you're, like, almost working for Bandai Namco, it seems like. They're, like, taking you all these events. What's it kind of been like, just doing more stuff and doing more of those kind of gigs?
Well, it's been really, really great. So it started with Velvet from Tales of Berseria, and from there, they pretty much got me on as their cosplayer. And so I've just been doing a lot of promotion, especially for their Code Vein that's coming out this year. So it's been a lot of fun. I've been getting to go to places that I haven't been to before and experience a lot of different things as well, and meet a lot of people too, because I don't really go to the East Coast very often. So it was nice to meet people in the East Coast and kind of see the difference between people in the West Coast and the people in the East Coast.
Do you have, like, a favorite, like, event you've been to, or, like, any cool, like, fan interactions or anything like that?
Oh, I have to say PAX East, this last PAX East was a lot of fun. I've never gone to PAX before, so it was my first time, and it was a lot of fun. There was a lot of stuff to do. It kind of reminded me of, like, a small E3-ish, but a lot of people were really nice. They came up to me, asked me questions, and everyone was just really, really social and very chill, so it was a good time.
Nice. Have you been to E3 before?
I did. I was there last year with Bandai, but I wasn't doing anything with them at the time. I was actually doing a meeting with them and the producers of Code Vein. So the Japanese team was there, and I got to talk to them, and we kind of discussed how the character was, what they expected the character to look like, and all these cool things. So it was a lot of fun. I got to meet the people who work on Code Vein, and they're very passionate people, so I'm actually really glad to work with them.
Cool. That's awesome. So now, did they give you the costume, or did you just make that yourself?
No, I had to make it myself, actually.
Oh, wow.
So they gave me reference pictures, pictures that weren't released yet, kind of artist designs and stuff like that. So I had to work based off those designs, which was really good. They were really detailed, so it wasn't that hard. There were aspects of the costume that was, but it was a lot of fun to work on it. So
Sweet. Well, I've been looking forward to that game because it sort of looks like a fast Dark Souls sort of kind of game. I don't really know what to think of it quite yet, but
it's an anime Dark Souls. That's what everyone's calling it.
Anime Dark Souls sounds good enough for me.
It was so funny because when they were asking us to describe the game, like when they were asking us to describe the game on camera and stuff like that, they're like, don't call it Anime Dark Souls. But now everyone is calling it Anime Dark Souls, so it's like we can't not call it that anymore.
You just gotta roll with it. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but it's a really good game. I got to play it a little bit, and it really is hard, but it's one of those games where you kind of want to get better at. It's not those ragey games where you kind of just want to not ever see it again. So I'm really excited for it. It's going to be really, really good.
Yeah, hopefully it doesn't get drowned out in the crazy, like, fall is getting crazy right now. Like, all the games are getting release dates, so hopefully it doesn't get drowned out. If they have to, they can put it in January, it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. I mean, Bandai's coming out with a lot of different games as well, because they announced Soul Calibur 6, Naruto Strikers. So they're coming out with so many games at the moment, and it's kind of hard to keep track. And I want to play them all, but I just want to wait for Code Vein at the moment.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Like, yeah, it seems like, I mean, they have a game for every anime, so they're going to keep doing Dremel Fighters characters, I imagine.
Well, there's 6 more.
There's 6, yeah. And then they just announced they're localizing the My Hero Academia game, which I'm kind of annoyed. So the English, they're calling it My My Hero One's Justice. That's the name of the game.
Huh?
Yeah, in English.
Is that like the translation from?
No, because in Japan it's called My Hero Academia One's Justice, but in English it's called My Hero One's Justice. It's really, I don't know why
they just
did
dropped
that.
the academia. Too expensive to have that word in there.
Oh my goodness.
Save on the printing and the when they're making the covers. Yeah.
Saving the ink, okay.
It looks cool though. It's like a 2-on-2 fighting game or something like that, like a 3D fighting game.
It's gonna be like a Naruto game.
Yeah, basically. That's what CyberConnect's been doing.
Yeah.
Now that Naruto's done, well, they're doing Boruto, but yeah. Anyway, cool. Well, so happy to have you. One thing I want to talk about that I think we could probably all contribute to is the little bracket thing that I've been working on. So, if anybody hasn't been following, I for fun I just made this little March Madness bracket full of JRPGs. And then everybody started like retweeting it and filling it out, and so I decided to do like an official version, and it ended on Friday, and the winner was Persona 5, of course. Yay, Persona 5.
Very well done. Good job, everyone who voted on this. You did a good job.
You did the good.
You did the good. You did a
Was
good.
it all like new games or old games? What was it?
It was like a mixture.
Yeah,
It
so
was just a mixture.
So there were 4 like regions. So it was like classic, handheld, HD era, and then like I didn't know what to call it, so I put like PS2, Dreamcast, GameCube era. And so
okay.
yeah, so the final 4 ended up being Final Fantasy 6, Persona 4 Golden, Persona 5, and Final Fantasy 10. But there were some really weird like surprises. Like Ni no Kuni lost to Final Fantasy 15. Actually, Final Fantasy 15 beat both Ni no Kunis. Yeah.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
I was kind of sad.
Yeah, I know. I was bummed. I'm like, I thought Ni no Kuni was gonna go against Persona 5 in that bracket's finals, but
I know Trails got beaten out in the first freaking round.
all of them. Yeah,
All
Cold
of
Steel
them.
and Sky. They all
I couldn't
were out.
believe it.
It's too niche. It's too niche.
That's okay. We have the poster to remember it by.
That's true.
But yeah, like it was cool. Do you? So I know we kind of asked you a little bit about this last time, but it's been a while. Do you have like a favorite new JRPG or anything like that you've played?
For new one, it would definitely have to be Ni no Kuni II, because it was a lot of fun. I actually really enjoyed that game, and it's been a while since I've gotten into a really good RPG that I really like. And so yeah, that one was really good. But still, hands down, my favorite of all time is The Legend of Dragoon. So.
Oh,
Nice.
Okay, that's right. I forgot about that.
You forgot?
Yeah,
What?
that will forever be. That will be forever in my heart.
So I have this theory. I kind of puff it up a little bit, but I don't know if it's true. So Blue Point is like Sony's, like they do all the remasters, like the Uncharted. They did the Shadow of the Colossus remake, and they're like, our next one, we're doing another remake, and it's really ambitious. And I'm like, Legend of Dragoon, please. Like I thought that might have been it, but
yeah.
who knows?
What did it end up being?
Well, they haven't announced what it is yet.
Oh, they haven't.
So there's still
Okay.
a little tiny shred of hope that's just right up there, and
Yeah.
you're like,
Yes.
Hey, they were going to make Dart for PlayStation All Stars.
Don't remind me. That would have been amazing.
I remember that when PlayStation All Stars was like all the rage,
Mhm.
and then they were bringing out characters from like old games, and then I think Dart was one of the characters people were like, oh yeah, they're gonna put it in PlayStation All Stars, but never happened.
The next DLC was supposed to be Dart, and then Abe from like Abe's Odyssey.
That's right.
And then they're like, nope, we're cutting it. We're destroying the game. We're destroying the company, and screw you.
Rip.
And then we're like,
Well, the level was going to be, because most of the levels were like 2 games blended together, and it was going to be Journey and Gravity Rush. I'm like, oh, that would have been the best
Oh,
level.
that would've been really cool.
Oh my gosh. And then they gave us no offense to your boy from Isaac from Dead Space, and then they had Zeus. It's like, how about we get rid of those?
yeah, Zeus was like, why?
That just seemed like they were stretching at that point, but
They're like, we gotta create a character, but we're creating these awesome characters, but they're gonna take a while, so let's throw in some crap. And the crap killed the game.
exactly.
all I remember was Sackboy.
Sackboy. We have this.
Wasn't he OP
yeah.
or something? Wasn't he OP or something?
Okay, so what
Sackboy.
happened was his jelly ball.
Yeah.
We'll make him we'll give him a lot of superpower, or built super meter, and so he just keeps spamming it, and you just do your level 2s like over and over again.
And his level 2 was cheap. It was basically like you were playing the game so you could move a platform, and you just drop it under an enemy and they're just dead.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yep.
That's true,
So
that's
they
true.
nerfed that.
yeah,
I remember on the day before the nerf happened, we did a stream
yeah.
and we just played. We had this one team that was playing the cheap top tier combo, Kratos and Raiden.
Yeah.
And we're like, you know what? We're just gonna play with Sackboy. And we just both played with Sackboy, started spamming the hell out of jelly
Yeah,
balls,
shooting
and
cakes, and we turned the fans on. Oh my god,
and
it was
then we were
amazing.
just like giggling like little girls the entire time.
Yeah, there's a video on my old YouTube channel that's still up there. It's called like Sackboy trolling, or I forget what it's called, but yeah, it's pretty good. So I want to talk a little bit more about Ni no Kuni since we have different perspectives. Because I played the first one and the second one, and Nick,
I've only played the second
you
one.
only play the second one, but you're a big Tales fan, and it's very similar to Tales. And then you also
Yeah.
have not played the first one. So like, what about it did you like enjoy the most, or what kind of hooked you?
I really liked the gameplay, the fighting style. It was a lot of fun. It did remind me of Tales, which I love Tales games. So that's kind of why I also liked it, was because it was very similar. Plus the story was really good. The character progression, the lore. It was just really heavy on story mode, and even the side quests had their own stories that were kind of added to the main story, which is something I really like, because I don't really like doing side quests. I'm kind of known for hoarding a lot of side quests, and so, but it was a lot of fun. It actually made me want to do some of the side quests, and then plus the music is just really, really good, and then the kingdom and the world design is just really unique and really beautiful to look at. So that's pretty much why I really enjoyed that game, and the ending was really good too. So.
Yeah, my favorite town is the Gold Paw, the dog casino town.
Yeah.
It was
I
just-
really liked Hydropolis, because I liked the theme song of it too.
Okay. See, that's
Yeah.
where we differ, because I'm like, that is my favorite setting in games, is like tropical ocean cities. So like I really like Chrono Cross. But like Hydropolis is all like depressing, and like you can't love each other and all that. So like,
Well, after it was good.
after, yeah.
Afterwards. But yeah, I like that one, and just all the worlds in general, and the music was just really, really nice, and I think they did a really good job putting everything together.
Yeah, it's like, I can't believe that it runs at 60 frames per second, because like it looks amazing and it runs that smooth. Like, they must be using like,
They're hacking.
yeah, they're hacking, they're using
witchcraft.
sorcery over there. Because like even Persona 5, like each scene, like I love that game, but there's not like, I feel like system-wise there's not a lot going on, so I don't know why they couldn't have done it. Like, because Tales runs at 60, right? The new Tales games, like
Wait.
Berseria runs at 60.
But I thought,
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
I think they do, don't they?
I think they do.
I think
yeah.
Persona runs at
yeah, I thought
60
Persona
too.
runs at 60.
Yeah, on the
I
PS4.
don't think so.
Where's the game?
It's right there. It's not gonna say.
Why not?
I'm pretty sure it doesn't.
Well,
I think it doesn't because it was originally supposed to be it was a PS3 game, right?
Mhm.
And like that, it's probably taxing on PS3, and they were just like, just up-res it. Who cares?
Who cares?
Who cares? Have you played Persona 5 yet?
No, that's actually one of the games I really want to get into, because one of my friends, when we went to Japan with him, he kept freaking out. He kept freaking out with all the places we were going to.
Oh.
And apparently it's very to the T where things are, because he was even telling me, oh yeah, that's the flower shop in the game. And I was just like, okay.
Yeah.
No.
You can actually go to where LeBlanc is.
Yeah,
And
the-
it's
Yeah.
like there. And it's really,
What,
it's really cool,
the voice
man.
actor, I can't remember her name, but the voice actor for Futaba, I follow her on Twitter, and she just went to Japan recently, and like
Oh,
that's all
nice.
she was doing was taking pictures near the locations and stuff.
That's
yeah.
what all I'd be doing. I'm gonna go to Japan one day in my life, and that's all I'll be doing.
You're gonna go
first
to
time.
LeBlanc, and like,
You know, I'm like,
I'll take some curry and coffee, please.
yeah, that
And then-
corner should be like really popular.
Oh, I'm sure.
I'm
yeah.
sure it's
They're probably annoyed. Like, why are all these people showing up?
Who are all these white people showing up?
Yeah.
I wonder if that did happen. That would have been really funny. Like all
What's
these people
so-
taking selfies and pictures in front of my shop.
Someone wants to like buy out that area and actually make LeBlanc there, and
They'd make a lot of money.
they'd make a lot of money.
Can I go to the attic? I want to see where
I
Joker
want to
sleeps.
see where Ren sleeps. Yeah.
It's really good though. It's like me and Maddie's probably like our favorite game ever. It's like close to my favorite game. It's definitely Maddie's room is like just a shrine to Persona 5. There's posters and figures and.
I regret nothing.
It's a good game. I've heard really good things about it. I'm really sad I never got to play it when it was really, really hyped up. But I might play it right after I'm done with my backlog. We'll see.
Yeah, just be careful, because I know one of our Discord people, Wandy, recently started up. She's like, okay, I'm gonna start it up and I'll play Monster Hunter with you on the side. She hasn't put down Persona 5 in the last week or two.
Addictive.
Oh,
It's like
no.
you're
It's
gonna
extremely long.
one
yeah.
more day. I'll play with you. One more day. I'll play through one more day.
Well,
I'll keep going.
see, that's the beauty of Persona, because it hooks you, because it's just like you do dungeon crawling and then you do the school stuff and then you like hang out with your bros and then you work and like it just there's never not something to do, and it's like 100.
Yeah.
Just one more day.
And the thing is, it's like literally like not even doing side content. It's 100 hours to finish. Like I think mine was 95 years. Maddie was like 120 something.
115, 116.
Mine was 100.
Oh wow.
Jeez, that's insane. That's like double, because I think Persona 4, I don't think I was like 60, 70.
Yeah, I hit about 70 and maybe 60 in Persona 4 Golden.
When Persona 5 Ruby comes out.
Persona 5. See, this is like a running joke on our podcast that I think there's going to be a Persona 5 Ruby on Switch, because there's always a handheld version of Persona. Like the 3 was on PSP and 4 was on Vita, so it's come to Switch, guys. Just get ready.
Whatever, man. I did. Well, I mean, Nick and I basically kind of did the same thing. 'Cause he beat it like a week before I did, but I played 115 hours of that game within a span of like a month. And that was a good month. I think it was like the best month of my life.
It was really good.
It was a really good month.
I think every night was like a 3 a.m. night.
Yeah.
It's like, I gotta go to work at like 8. Crap. Who cares?
Oh no.
Who cares? Keep playing.
That's what happens when you play video games.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the sun's coming up. Now it's time to go to
Oh
bed.
yeah.
That's what I did last night.
There you go.
I was like, oh, it's 6 a.m. I better go to bed.
Oh, that's why you woke up at noon. Got it.
Yep.
Yeah. So just be warned. It's very addicting.
It's addicting. Yes, that was the point I was trying to make.
Yeah.
So let's go back to Ni no Kuni.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
gonna reel
P5
this
is
bad
just.
boy in?
It's just a good game.
So, the funny thing is, Taylor, you disagree with Vanessa.
With some
Ah.
well, okay, so you have to understand, like, Ni no Kuni was like a very special place and time for me, because like you have to remember, like we grew up, like, well, you did too. You like Legend of Dragoon's your favorite game, so we grew up in like the golden age of JRPGs, like PS1, PS2, and then PS3 comes along, and like it's like we get a bunch of bad Final Fantasies and like all these weird like Mugen Souls and like all this weird
What are you
garbage.
talking
You
about?
got White
We
Knight?
got Hyperdimension.
Hyperdimension
Neptunia.
Neptunia.
Neptunia. We got all those games, and then we got Senran Kagura. It was great.
And
Oh
you got
my
White
God.
Knight Chronicles.
And White Knight, you can't forget the god of that is White Knight Chronicles. Yeah. Nick's gonna grab it somehow on accident. Oh, that's it right there. Yep, you had it. You were one.
It's
off.
Unreal Tournament.
But anyway, so that was the other joke, is that I was so desperate for JRPGs during the PS3 era that I bought this game, and I think I returned it like 2 days later because it was so terrible.
Oh no.
Which is sad, because it's level 5. It's the same guys that did Ni no Kuni, but it was just not very good, unfortunately.
We need to retry it.
But
We need to replay it and see if it actually is that bad.
it is. Let me just save you the time. It is. No, but like the original was like a godsend, because it was amazing, and it had the Studio Ghibli art style and the cutscenes and stuff. So it was like a special game to me, and so Ni no 2 had I had a lot of expectations. I mean, it obviously looks beautiful. Cool characters. The part that kind of bummed me out is that there's not a lot of voice acting. Like, it's a lot of like,
Oh yeah.
oi.
Yeah.
Like, they just do
I
these
think
one-liner things.
a lot of my stream actually noticed that too, and I guess for me it's not really a huge thing, but I really did like the voice acting when there was voice acting.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But the lack of voice acting didn't really kill the game for me, so I'm happy that didn't happen. But but I don't know. I thought it was a good, refreshing JRPG, because for me, I never got to play the first Ni no Kuni, so I hadn't played a JRPG in like a long time since then. And for me, that gave me a lot of old JRPG nostalgia, and that's why I really liked Ni no Kuni 2. And so if I do get the chance to play Ni no Kuni 1, I'll probably see the differences between the two. But I think for me, since I didn't play the first one, I think I just have a different expectation for Ni no Kuni 2 than you did.
Sure. Yeah, no, that's
Taylor
totally
has a
fair.
phone, yeah, Taylor was like, oh, I hate this game.
But I mean, like, I still put in like 60 hours. I mean, it's still a good
then-
game. Like, I would still recommend people to play it. It's not
really
like terrible.
No, the thing I noticed, I mean, I really like the game. The thing I noticed is that there's only like, there's only like 5 or 6 enemy types, as I said before.
Oh,
The same enemy types in every single area, except when you get to Robot Land. What's that place?
Broadleaf.
Broadleaf, yeah.
And I'm like, oh, they're robots, but they're the same enemy. They're the same enemy, but they just have a robot skin on it.
I think the only thing I wish they did was explain the tweaker thing a little bit more, because there was no way to really know what type the monster was for sure. So it was mostly me just like guessing and like moving the dials around.
That was a really weird system.
Yeah.
I looked at it once. I'm like, I'm not even gonna look at. I'm not gonna touch this. It just
Really?
seemed really unnecessary.
There's on the bottom left-hand corner.
That's the only one I did. Everything else I didn't touch.
Everything's so good.
Yeah, the one that actually changed your stats.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I really did touch.
Well, the first one a lot of people thought was hard, so I think they like went out of their way to make this one like a lot more approachable. And it's easy, but I think when you get to the Broadleaf dungeon, I think the difficulty really spikes. At least it did for me. It did.
Because they hit harder. They do, like each hit's like 150, 200, and you're like, oh my
Those
god.
robots, because they did the whole rollout kind of attack, and that got annoying too, because that did like 200 damage, 300 damage. You're just like, what the heck?
Yeah. Oh my god.
But it's Broadleaf, and you got the greatest character of all time, Bracken.
Nick really likes Bracken. Yeah.
Well, she has a heal.
Oh,
That's true,
Yeah.
but the AI barely used it though.
I was playing as Bracken.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because she's a hammer and axe user, so she hits hard, and then he's like, oh, throw a heal down. I'm just gonna wait it out for a little bit. And then she has an ability. Later on in the game, she has an ability which like shoots a bunch of energy, just like it like has an orb and then goes and shoots all his energy at the enemy.
Oh, whoa, crazy.
And it was so broken. I was like, I love this thing. It killed everything so fast.
Nice.
Huh.
And then, of course, she had a gun. So,
Oh.
what you do is
Yeah, that's right. She has a pistol.
So what you do is you get the golden orb, you use her ability that makes her range attack powerful, and just go.
And then just Kamehameha everything to death, basically.
No, just
Just spam
spam it.
Yeah.
the pistol.
But that's when I didn't have the cool like area of the magic missile
Yeah.
spell.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played with Tawny. That was my character I liked the most.
Oh, Tiny. Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Who did you play?
I like Leander.
Oh, okay. I never used him once, so
He's pretty fun. I like his blinking. So he does this like flash kind of thing, and it's pretty OP because you can spam it. A lot of his attacks you can spam, so you can just blink out of like really tight spots and stuff. And of course he does magic too, so
It's Hummel.
he was a lot of fun.
Great. I was thinking that ability you're describing sounded like Hummel's S-Craft. So
Yeah,
it's
it
just
is.
like, excellent.
Totally opposite character though.
Hummel.
yeah, Hummel's a Ease 8 character for people who don't know what Hummel is at this point. But yeah, no, that's interesting. I never used Leander. Like I got him and like my party's set.
Who used Batu?
Yeah, I never used Batu. Did you use him at all?
No, I never used him. No.
He's
I
too
either
slow.
either used Evan or Leander. Those were the two I switched between.
Okay.
But Bracken, it's like Batu. She uses the same weapons.
Yeah, she's probably a little faster though. Maybe?
I don't know.
She has a heal, so she kind of has a little bit more to her kit than I think Batu does.
Oh, she has a heal, then she gets some little bee-bot that shoots things.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
little
Oh, wow.
robot thing. Yeah.
That's cool. I'm sorry, I rolled
Goodness, you
up on a
guys, stop it.
microphone cord.
Oh no, the thing's on fire now.
And there goes the stream.
Craft Team joined.
Oh my god. Wait, did he? Oh,
No.
Oh.
Wait, what time is it? It's like 7 right now? No,
He's from the UK, so he's probably
He's
like
probably way
asleep.
asleep. Yeah.
That's why everything's working.
So somebody hosted us. I can't read it because it's Japanese, but thank you to whoever's hosting us.
A lot of people are
Oh,
hosting
nice.
this. Wizzy. This
They're
girl
probably
named-
all
this-
your
this person
followers.
named Fruitcake.
Probably.
This person
The
named
person named
Fruitcake
Fruitcake's
was
hosting
hosting
us. I don't
us.
know who that is. Yeah, weird. Cool.
I really need to beat Legend of Dragoon.
You do. Where? So where are you at again? The second disc.
I'm still on the second disc. I King Fury. I fought. Miru just got her Dragon Soul, and now I'm going back to the King.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And now Dart's all like, Shauna, I care about you so much. No,
Oh, because they had the little dinner party or whatever,
Not
right?
yet.
In the castle. Oh, they haven't had that.
I haven't gone to the castle yet. Thanks for spoiling it.
Oh, a dinner party! I ruined the whole thing.
What we know about Final Fantasy VIII, dinner parties, a lot of things happen.
That is true. That is true.
Still don't understand Final Fantasy VIII.
Nobody. I don't think Square Enix understands Final Fantasy VIII.
It's not hard to put together. It's a dinner party. There's a cute girl and a guy, and they fall in love together and they dance. So
I love that meme. Have you seen that meme?
What?
So like, there's a. So when Renoa goes and talks to Squall, she's like, "You're the best looking guy here," and then the next picture is like a zoomed in picture of like super pixely Squall.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I remember that meme.
Yeah. Silly.
So if they do remake Legend of Dragoon, would you want to keep the crappy dialogue?
Oh yeah. Do you want the cheesy localization still?
It's the most basic localization of all time.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Well, it really gave the game character, but it'd be nice if they did update it a bit, and that'd be really cool if they had more like voice acting, like really good voice acting and stuff like that. So that would be interesting.
But there needs to be a classic voice acting as well, like a classic.
Yeah, like how you know how like Secret of Mana did the whole thing where you can switch between the old school music and then the new upgraded music. I hope they would do something like that with the game.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Yeah,
So
Switney.
we'll see.
That'd be interesting. Like have an archive of even like the old cutscenes or something would be cool. Like have it be I don't know. Like with all the Mega Man Legacy things have been doing that, where you can like swap music and like after you beat a boss, you unlock all this concept art and stuff. I still want to know what happened to Legend of Dragoon 2. Apparently, like the producer of the game was like, "Yeah, we were working on it, but then we just stopped for some reason, and he doesn't know why."
Aww.
I'm like, "Don't tell me that."
Sucks.
Don't say that.
You don't know.
That's almost
He
worse
knows.
than not knowing. Yeah.
Shuhei?
There's
Yeah.
a reason.
Yeah.
We walked up to him, make Legend of Dragoon 2. And he's like, okay.
No, I did. I said that. No. So me and Nick went to this IGN event a couple years ago, and the guy was there, Shuhei Yoshida. And I was like, "Oh, so you guys ever gonna do another Legend of Dragoon?" He's like, "Oh, we don't talk about that." I forget what he said. I mean, he wasn't gonna like tell me like company secrets, but I was just like, "Oh," I was trying to be like enthusiastic about it. But yeah, he's like, he wasn't saying anything.
Aw.
He wasn't gonna spill
Clapping
the
it off.
beans.
He's probably like, what the heck is that game?
Yeah, I was like, what's Legend of Dragoon? I don't remember that one. Oh my gosh! Okay, so I want to know if you remember this because we talked about this last week. Have you, or maybe it was the week before? But have you seen, or do you remember the TV commercials for Legend of Dragoon from way back in the day?
Oh my god. Not really. It's been a long time.
Oh, yeah.
So I haven't seen them.
Oh, they're terrible. So
That's what makes them great.
yeah. So okay, so
But I feel like all the old school games like commercials, because I know they were showing, because when Spyro got announced that they were remaking that, I started looking up like all the old commercials, and those were pretty terrible too.
oh yeah.
But I feel like all the commercials were pretty bad.
The original
Back
Smash
then.
Brothers commercial is amazing, though.
Oh, we're like they're skipping through the field and they just start punching each other. That's a classic. Okay, so the old Legend of Dragoon commercial from memory is it's the fighting tournament where Dart and Lloyd are fighting, and then Dart just cuts Lloyd's head off, and then it like almost record scratches as if they're like shooting a commercial in the game world. And then Lloyd's like, "He cut my head off. He cut my head off." Like sounded like a whiny little kid. And then Dart's like, "I don't know." And then they like show some gameplay and then like that's it. But I'm like, that totally doesn't capture the vibe of the game at all. I don't know what that was. It was really weird. You should look it up after the podcast. It's pretty.
I definitely will. I do want to. I want to refresh my memory and remember what those commercials look like. It's been a while, so.
Well, that was such a funny time because I remember when Final Fantasy VII was coming out. I remember seeing a billboard on the freeway. I'm like, oh my god, there's a billboard for a video game. That's so weird. And now they're like everywhere. Like the Super Bowl has like Red Dead Redemption or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, and even when I go to AX, a lot of the sides of the buildings have like these big ads. I remember when Final Fantasy 13 was being released during AX, and they just had all of the Final Fantasy 13 characters on the side of this building, and it was just this huge like mural of characters. So it was really cool. I liked it.
I think they do that for E3 as well. It's in the same convention center as E3, right?
Yeah, so when I went to E3 last year, I think they had game that they have that they were promoting. There was something that was on like the, I don't want to say Shadow Colossus, but something was like on the top of the building, and it was like this big advertisement for a game. So
that sounds right, because this is how long it's been since I went to E3. But when I went to E3, they had a Skyrim. They had Skyrim on the side of the. I think it was the same one you're talking about. It wasn't the convention center. It was like a building across the street or something like that. But it was like the Dovahkiin guy with like the horns and stuff.
The worst armor set in the game.
Yeah, it's so funny that
I can't believe they do that. It's like the iconic Skyrim set. You pick it up, you're like, I'm gonna put on this helm, and it's really, really bad. So bad.
It's like the Nord.
It's just an iron helmet.
Yeah, it's just like a Nord style
It's like
helmet.
you find it in a bandit cap at level 1. And you're like, okay. And then the next thing you craft, okay, it's better. Boop. Yep.
Now you guys can hear my dog drinking in the background.
Oh, is that what that is? I thought somebody was just
He's
walking
really
around.
loud. My dog is really loud when he drinks water. He drinks like half of it. He drinks a ton of water and then drools half of it after, like on the floor.
Typical dog.
So me and my roommate were talking about getting some kind of animal, and he's like, all right, man, well, you gotta like know, like, it gets hair everywhere, and it like is smelly and gross, and like, how often do you have to like clean up, like vacuum and just like maintain having a dog around?
It's just mostly just like, if you brush them a lot, then you can pretty much it pretty much cuts down on them shedding a lot. Sorry, I think my husband's phone is going off.
No, no worries.
You guys hear it?
Yeah,
That's fine.
Yeah.
Hold on.
You smell that rain, Nick?
I know. It's raining.
I smelt it.
It is.
It's raining, and it's like JRPG weather.
JRPG weather.
I know.
Yes.
I'm gonna go home and play some
Okay.
Xenoblade, man.
But yeah, you just have to take care of them, like grooming wise, and then it's a lot of vacuuming. And when you're doing the laundry, there's a lot of hair in the laundry. So it's a constant thing.
The struggle is real.
The struggle is real. I mean, there are dogs that don't shed that much. Luckily, he doesn't shed like ridiculously amount. Like my old husky used to shed all the time, and it was really bad.
Yeah.
But he's okay. He's not that bad.
I'm sure Nick remembers. I used to have 3 cats, and I feel like our entire house was just like a giant carpet of cat hair.
Oh no.
It was gross.
Big Kitty. I don't remember Big Kitty being a.
No, it was Little Kitty. It was the white Persian
Yeah,
cat.
Little Kitty.
She was like, if there was ever such thing as a stuck-up cat, she was so stuck up.
And then you had Blue, which was like. Oh.
Are not all cats stuck?
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah,
Basically.
I've yet to find a cat who doesn't try and scratch me to death.
Smells the dog on you.
So one thing that me and Nick learned from watching the Cat Whisperer show is you need to get the energy out, and then you need places to climb high, and that's like the solution to everything, basically.
There's a cat whisperer?
His name is like
Wait, what's it?
Jackson Galaxy or something weird.
Yeah,
Like I don't
it
know.
is.
It's like some weird, bizarre name, but he's like bald, got this huge beard, all these crazy tattoos, and he carries all his cat stuff in like a guitar case. And yeah, he's like the that Caesar dog whisperer guy, but for
Caesar
cats.
Milan.
Yeah.
Wait, I think it's called My Cat from Hell. I think
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what it's called.
That's what the show is called?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
Oh my god. Okay. Oh, I need to find this. So, man, I don't know if I can dig this up on Discord really quick, but recently they added Nick Arcade to Amazon, like Amazon Video, and like the guy that they paid to write the descriptions is like, how can I make this as ridiculous as possible? And so, talk while I look this up because I have to read it. It's like too good.
Completely out of nowhere.
So
Yeah,
games.
I'm
right?
sorry, I
So
just
games,
remembered
am I right?
How did that pop into your head?
I don't know. That's just the way.
That's just
my
the way
brain
Taylor's
works.
brain works. Like,
Deal
know,
with it, Nick.
his tastes go everywhere. You know his brain.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh,
maybe.
Devil's heard of it before.
Ah, of course Devil has. Devil knows everything.
What has he heard of?
He's read the
He said
description.
he read those descriptions.
Okay, here we go.
Oh,
so
we didn't
here's
even-
one. No, number 2 is better. Okay. So, contestants Tavis, Michelle, Megan, and Chris mumble their way through some radical small talk while Fillmore before facing off in video game zone. Chris chokes on Alpha Mission 2, and Megan still hasn't forgiven him. Joshua and Barbara are on yellow team today, and they plan on playing as dirty as it takes to win the foosball table. Joshua knows it's wrong to bite people, but that hasn't stopped him before.
What are these descriptions of? Are these like?
So they're episode descriptions for Nick Arcade, which was an old
Okay.
TV show on Nickelodeon where they would play arcade games, and then they would like pretend to be in a video game, which is basically them like in front of a green screen, like, and they're looking at the camera trying to figure out like where stuff. You watched it,
I
right?
remember, yeah.
Is that was before your time?
That's
Probably?
way
What the hell are you
before.
talking about? You guys are so weird.
We are.
She probably doesn't even know what Nickelodeon Guts is.
Okay. Here's another. I'm gonna read one more and then we'll move on. Okay. This does not necessarily speak to the content of the episode, but host Fillmore wears a tremendous sweater in this episode. The pattern is mesmerizing, and the cut is ahead of its time.
Describing his sweater, what he's wearing.
Yeah, that's
It was early '90s. That is
it
true.
was, yes.
You said that was the last one, Taylor. You better stop before you go crazy.
Yeah, I'll read all of them if I don't.
Someone was paid to write that.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, if I had to do that for a job and I get paid for that, I wouldn't mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Right.
feel like
ridiculous
that would be a
things.
fun job.
That would be.
Because you probably have to watch the episode for like the barest amount, like just to have some kind of context.
Well, he watched enough to see that sweater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Phil Moore is just wearing the most booping and bopping in sweater of all time.
He just has to figure out the names of the kids there.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, I'm just gonna write some BS.
Yeah, basically. Chris is terrible at video games, and Megan hasn't forgiven him yet. I don't even know what we're talking about. I'm so sorry. We're talking about dogs.
We
or
went
something.
from like some sort of video game discussion to talking about dog and taking care of dogs, and then cats and how to best whisper
the cat
cats
whisperer.
down.
Cat whisper, yeah.
And then we went into
Yeah.
this.
Yeah. That's kind of how this podcast rolls.
Yep.
We never stop
Let's
talking.
talk about random stuff.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So Taylor,
So, Nick.
you've been playing Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
I have, yeah. Put about 15-ish hours in.
15ish.
15-ish. Still have not gotten another rare blade. I got lucky that first time.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
I haven't
Nick's
played that
salty.
game yet, so.
It's interesting. The battle system is super weird. So the way it works is when you go to attack an enemy, you're just constantly auto attacking, but then you have like bars that fill up for special attacks. And so once you've built up a bar, you can like it's almost like an MMO basically. Like if you ever played like World of Warcraft or anything like
Yeah.
that. So
Yes.
imagine that. That's basically the combat.
Wait, what's the combat? Sorry. Wow.
No, Xenoblade 2 is basically like WoW. Yeah.
No, it's not.
It kind of is.
I-
There's some like rhythm timing, so like if you finish an auto attack and then do your special, it like fills your super special meter faster. It's killing like just a random like wolf takes like 5 minutes.
No.
It's
Killing
ridiculous.
Killing a wolf's annoying because you hit it and it's almost dead, and then it calls more wolves, and then it calls more wolves, and you're like, God damn it!
And now I'm like grinding
15
and like,
minutes later, the giant gorilla comes and goes, no.
yeah, like you'll just be in like the starting area and there's like a random like level 99 gorilla and then like a level 99 like T-Rex just walking around. But it's like the most anime thing ever. So there's
you beat them with the power of friendship.
yeah, like
that's all you
literally
need
that's
to
what
know.
they say. Like we'll beat them with the
This
power
Sailor
of friendship.
Moon?
Might as well be. But they I got so Zeke showed up. And he does this like super over the top anime, like super purple lightning sword, and then they're just like, no thanks, or whatever, like the typical anime where it just cuts and they're like showing a dumb face.
Well, yeah, that's the character of Zeke.
Yeah, Zeke is silly,
Mhm.
and then he fell off a
You
cliff.
only met him once.
Met him once.
Okay.
What am I meeting him again? Spoilers, Nick. Jeez.
Yes.
Okay. Now Craftium showed me these funny meme videos, like this is Zeke. Have you seen those?
No.
Oh, dude, it's pure gold.
I still don't watch anything Xenoblade related.
I
She's
can't
still-
imagine why.
He's still triggered.
So we used to have this like super mega troll in our Discord who would like never shut up about Xenoblade, so it kind of scarred all of us for a long time.
Oh no.
But enough time. I think enough time has passed. The wounds have healed. At least for me, they have. And he was the harshest to me.
Oh, hi, Devils. Sorry, I'm saying hi to chat.
It didn't bother me.
Of course it didn't bother you because
guys are on the
you're
same
also
level.
yeah.
You're also a mega
You're
troll.
basically the same thing.
No, not even close.
You see that tone? That's his total no tone.
See, look at. I think trolls pointing it lightly, right? I troll people. I don't do that. I'm not that.
You don't.
Whatever's above a troll is what.
You don't put down people's lives.
Yeah.
Oh,
Freaking neat.
Yeah.
you're talking to yourself, right?
Yeah. All of us, except
All
for
of us.
Taylor.
Yeah.
Excuse
Yeah.
me.
Taylor's a grown adult man. With
I'm a
job
grown adult
A
man.
grown adult man.
I guess.
who works at Facebook.
It's a grown
yeah,
adult
that is what
woman.
I do. Okay.
Do we have to get back in RPG mode right now?
I guess.
I mean,
don't know.
yeah.
I don't know how to recover. So okay,
It's
so
like-
the rest of this year is really crazy. Are there like any games you're looking forward to between now and December?
Well, obviously Code Vein. I'm really, really excited for that one. I just can't wait for that one to come out. Because that one's just really heavy on story. So I really like lore-heavy video games.
Mm-hmm.
Another one, the Spyro remake, because I grew up with Spyro. So I'm really excited to see what they do with that, because the last Spyro thing that they did wasn't really...
The Skylanders, yeah. Oh my gosh, yeah.
And I was like, I don't know if I want to play that. I'm hoping they have like an Animal Crossing for the Switch.
Yeah.
And then Smash Brothers. Oh my God,
Oh,
Smash for
Smash.
Switch. I'm so happy. I'm really excited for that one because me and my sisters actually grew up with Smash, and so we're really excited to see that come out.
Gives her more opportunity to make custom amiibo.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, my sister with her custom amiibos, and they're coming out with a lot of new amiibos too. So she's really excited. She's coming up with some cool ideas in the future.
Does she take commissions or does she just do whatever she wants just for fun?
She used to take commissions. I don't know now. I think she's been pretty busy. So right now she's just been doing more like just art stuff, a lot of stuff with Nintendo. I know she was in Game Informer recently, so she's been doing a lot of stuff.
I know I tweeted you about that or I messaged you about that, but I was just like flipping through Game Inform like, hey, that's Vanessa's sister. That's cool.
Yeah. We're both in video games, and then the youngest one loves video games, so we're just a whole video game family pretty much.
I'm sure mom's very proud.
I wonder. Maybe. I haven't actually asked her if she's like okay with us being in the video game industry, but she hasn't said anything yet, and she's very supportive, so I think she's more like, as long as we're happy doing what we're doing, she doesn't mind.
That's cool. That's good to have that.
Yeah, I mean, before when I started cosplaying, it was a lot of me and her would get into so many fights about it, and it was like tooth and nail. And but now she understands what I'm doing with it, and that I'm just not I think before she was more scared that I was going to take over schooling and all that kind of stuff. But now that I'm by myself and I live on my own, she just can't really stop me. So.
Yeah.
But no, she does support me, so she'll always like call me up and ask me, "What event are you going to now? Where are you going this time?" So it's really cool to have a good support system.
Nice.
Got a Mercy behind you.
Yeah, definitely. And my sisters have always been really supportive with all my cosplay stuff. I think we're so close since we're just a year apart that, we're kind of like our best friends. So we always support each other no matter what we're trying to get into and stuff. So it's pretty good.
Yeah, that helps. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if you're all into the same thing. That's cool.
Yeah, which is cool too, because I think us being close in age kind of by default made us close with what we are into, I think. I mean, we do have our differences. Like, a lot of people like to describe us as the Powerpuff Girls, because it's really to a T. Like, since I'm the oldest, I'm more of like the ringleader kind of, and I'm always pretty much kind of protecting my sisters and being the oldest sister. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then my the middle child, Christine, she's very very to the book. She was always the good child, never did anything crazy or too bad. She would rat on us for doing stuff that we weren't supposed to. And then the youngest one is like a firecracker. She's crazy. But
Buttercup?
she's hilarious. Yeah. So
Nice.
yeah,
That's
that
cool.
literally describes us to a T.
That's awesome.
That's
Yeah.
funny. Awesome.
But it's cool that we get to be in the video game industry because we all grew up with video games, and it's funny. Sometimes me and Christine will be going to like the same event, but we won't know
That's
because we don't really
hilarious.
tell each other. Yeah, because we're always traveling, so we don't really like. It's hard to kind of like, I guess, just tell each other, oh yeah, I'm going here, 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 and because you kind of get distracted with life and just doing work and stuff. But I remember we were both going to, I think, San Jose actually.
Oh,
Or-
hey.
Yeah, we were going somewhere, and we ended up. I think she had gone like a couple days before or something, and I was like, oh yeah, I was just there. So it's pretty funny.
Sweet. Good stuff.
So Taylor,
So Nick.
since this is we have a cosplayer on,
Yeah.
what do you want to cosplay as?
What do I
Oh,
want to
yeah.
cosplay as? I was thinking about
You
this.
said you wanted to
You,
create.
you
your-
had two like not original ideas, right?
I
Or
wanted.
kinda-
So what I wanted to do, I wanted to do a gender swapped cosplay. I wanted to do Thief Makoto from Persona 5, but
Oh, nice.
she basically has just armor on with like
The
brass
biker-
knuckles, and then she has like this
metal mask.
awesome, yeah, it's like a metal mask. And then I don't know how I would do this, but I actually like Lightning's outfit from Final Fantasy 13. Like I wouldn't
Oh
wear,
yeah.
I wouldn't wear booty shorts. I'd wear like pants or something like that.
You don't want to wear the booty shorts?
Yeah, I mean, I could, but you know,
You don't want to see it.
yeah. Nobody wants to see that, yeah. But I think their outfits are cool, like. But I don't know what my original idea would be. Like, you gotta have blue hair first of all.
You gotta have blue hair.
Gotta be
Hey,
Stinko Man.
Stinko man. Everybody says you're the guy.
Yeah. Something like that. I like the lightning one shoulder armor piece. There's something to that. I don't know. And then some kind of like short cape. And then I haven't really thought.
So how about you cosplay as Hanzo?
I don't know if I can pull off the ponytail.
Okay.
Have you seen his new one though, the Office Hanzo, the Yakuza Hanzo skin?
No.
It looks so good. He has a Rolex.
Get a roll. Okay, I gotta look
He's
this up real
like
quick.
hashtag dad's like dad. What do you call it? Dad goals.
Dad
Oh,
goals.
dad goals?
Okay.
He is super dad goals, dude.
Yakuza Hanzo.
Skin.
I don't think it's called Yakuza, but it's like he's like in. I don't even know, like a tux and some nice pants and some nice shoes.
Just look up Hanzo skins, and I'm sure it'll be there.
I know people already call me Lucio. Have you ever? Are you gonna cosplay as Lucio Devil?
No, he wants to cos. Oh no, that's someone else. Just kidding.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he basically. Oh, okay. It's like almost looks like it's armor, sort of. He's got like the vest thing, and it looks
Yeah.
like it's padded with armor.
He has a cool Rolex too.
He does. He does have a cool watch.
He looks like Mitsurugi.
He does look like Mitsurugi. That's so true. That's
Yeah.
so true.
Oh, you know what? Actually, I don't think it looks more like armor now the more I'm looking at it. I think that's just a style thing. Like
Yeah.
The Blizzard style. Yeah, no, that's a cool skin. I dig.
You dad goals right there.
Dad,
There you go.
goals.
Yeah.
So Maddie's Joker.
Yeah, you've gone as Joker
I'm going as
twice, right?
So-
PSX.
yeah. So I've got a Joker for Fanime was the first time. That was pretty hilarious.
Yeah.
And then PSX. Apparently, I pull off the smug walk really well, according to Nick. Apparently,
Smug walk?
yeah. You know the way Joker walks. You know the smug ass walk.
The Jake walk?
I don't
The
know.
Jake
I don't know Jake as well as you do. No. But yeah, I've cosplayed as Joker twice, and my coat is.
We're talking about
always
3
the-
times.
I mean, I dress as him like while I'm gaming, so.
No, I meant because you're gonna go in anime. So.
Oh yeah.
I'll see you at Fanime.
Hey, yeah, let's do it. Gotta get a good picture of all of us. But it's. What are you gonna add? Bless you.
Bless you. Problems with having a hubby in the background.
I had like an idea for someone else. I wanted to cosplay as Mikleo.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
that'd be really cool.
That's this guy
That's
right
this
here.
guy right here.
Well, she knows. She's a Tails fan.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I'll be
She wa-
bringing Sheena to Fanime.
Nice. I was like, I'd like to cosplay as Velvet, but I'm like, I could never wear that ever.
You totally could. You
No, I can't do that. Okay. I also can't make anything myself, so for Joker, I basically, put a bunch of pieces together, and I felt like I did really well for what I had, and a lot of people were like, wow, it's like the best masks I've seen. I could grab it if I wanted to. I might. But, yeah, Joker. But, yeah, I'd have to, like, somehow find a way to find this.
Somebody probably has
Somehow.
a pre-made something.
I've seen it. Yeah, I've seen it.
Oh, it was Hummel or... Oh, no, yeah, there we go. It was him or Hummel. Wanted to cosplay as Hummel.
You need to be Reen Cold Steel.
No, we told you have to do tuxedo mask.
Oh, yeah.
That's
that'd
a
be
lot.
nice.
I've
That's
never
a lot
watched
easier.
Sailor Moon. I could do it, but I don't have any really personal attachment to that character.
Yeah, it's okay.
Excuse me.
I want to try a P3 Pro Tag.
Yeah, you just gotta slouch and walk around with your hands in your pockets.
Yep.
Just put on your headphones. You don't talk to anybody. It'll be good. Just wear those headphones. They're probably pretty close to the ones in the game. Yeah.
You have to wear them. Yeah. So you
Well, now I'm
have
gonna be
you
Yosuke.
have successfully cosplayed as Nathan Drake
Yeah. So I've
nice.
I've done that like
so many
I've
times.
gotten my money's worth out of that Nathan Drake costume. I did it for Halloween like 5 years ago, and I went like every Halloween, and then I went to at least 3 cons as that, and I'm like, I gotta do something else. Like it's good, it looks good, but I want to like mix it up.
Even last year at Fanime, you didn't even have the holster and anything. You just
It
had
was
the
like
shirt.
it was lazy Drake, so I had pants. I think it was this shirt maybe, or it was.
I think you saw the
sweat-
shirt. You saw the right shirt.
No, it was a V. It was like a V-neck sweater or something like that. 'Cause it was Uncharted 4.
Oh,
Drake.
okay, all right.
And then I just had the gun holster, and everybody knew what it
It
was.
was just like, hey, Nathan Drake, and I was like, how do people get that?
It's the hair. It's the hair.
You look like Nathan
I
Drake
do
a
kind
little
of look
bit.
like him, yeah. And you know what's really fun too is when me and Nick went to that IGN thing. We met a couple people, but Greg Miller texted Noel North, who plays Drake, and he's like, "That's the real Nathan Drake," or something like that. And so I got some like text from the voice actor, which was pretty cool. But yeah, it was weird because I thought it was like a celebration for their PlayStation podcast, and I thought more people would be dressed up. But I was the only person dressed up. I'm like, well. But then I talked to. It was funny because Veronica Belmont was there, and she's like, "Oh, cool cosplay." And
That's a story.
yeah, 'cause I had no idea who she was. Yeah.
She talked to me. That's a nice thing. And you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
and well, she's like, I want to do that. I'm like, oh, you want to do Elena? And she's like, no, I want to dress as Nathan Drake. I'm like, oh, you should do it. That'd be awesome. And then Nick's like, do you know who that was? I'm like, no. But yeah, that was interesting.
she was the host of Core for the PlayStation 3.
Yeah.
That weird online magazine thing they did.
Yeah. It's spelled QOR.
Yeah. That was a weird thing.
Yeah. But anyway,
Cosplaying
Cosplay.
is cool.
It is.
Requires a little bit of money, but
If
know,
I
you
had-
got there, I'll do it for a hobby. Like it's.
oh my
it's
gosh,
fun.
like so me and Maddie are trying to start a business on the side, or we are. It's just
We
a matter
are,
of time.
yeah.
But when I don't have 2 full-time jobs, that would be a thing I'd love to get into, is making stuff, because there are a lot of cosplay, because we have some friends, Justin and I think Allie does more of the crafting than he does, but we have friends that are really into it, and they do like group cosplays and stuff like that. I'd really
Yeah.
want to get into that,
I
but
think Justin's gonna do Aizen.
Is he really? Ah.
That guy.
Yeah,
oh,
he's right here.
he's off screen.
Yeah, I can't. Do you
Aizen from
for Berseria /
Berseria.
Zestiria? Yeah.
Yeah, you know, as much as I don't like some Tales games, they have like really awesome outfits, like the
do.
robes and the hair and the weapons and everything.
I know the perfect character for you,
Rokuro.
Magilu.
I was gonna.
Magi-
Okay, Maggie Lou I was gonna say. Hey, actually, I have
Like
my
a
blanket.
male version of Magilu,
Yeah.
that'd be
I
interesting.
have my trusty Berseria blanket that I have on every
There you
podcast. So there you go. You can point out
Yeah.
Aizen
That's
if you want.
cute.
There's not Rose.
Not.
Okay, here's Aizen. Aizen's on the end. Okay, so Taylor would cosplay as her,
Yeah.
obviously. I would never wear this.
I will.
She's very brave to do
I can't.
Velvet. Yeah.
I can't.
What's this guy's
That's
name?
Rokuro.
Rokuro.
Yeah.
He's cool looking.
Yes.
He's got the long hair.
He does. And
He's
then
a
there's
bad-
there's
I'll be-
adorable
well, I'll be-
Laufey set.
That could be
Laufey set.
Laufey.
I'll be Laufey
Adorable
set.
Laufey.
I'll be a giant Laufey.
Yeah.
You'd be a giant Laufey.
I'll be
I still need to take a picture with a Laufey cosplayer.
You do. Oh my
I
gosh, I
haven't
can't
done
believe
that
this
yet.
hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Someone find me a small child.
Anyone. Okay, so we get Tyler, Nick, we get Tyler, we dress him up as Laufey set, and we bring him to Fanime.
You You want to sacrifice Tyler? What's wrong with you?
Wow, spoilers.
That's the beginning of the game.
That's true.
And
Okay.
okay.
Real quick, I promise this will be quick. What did you think of the opening? Speaking of the beginning of the game, what did you think of the opening of Ni no Kuni II? That was like the weirdest opening to any game like I've ever played.
That was really crazy. Actually, when I looked at it, I was like, "Oh wow, shit's hitting the fan already."
Yeah.
It was interesting because actually when they gave me the early access game, and so they said, "Oh yeah, you can stream a certain amount of it, just don't show that cutscene." And I was like, "Okay." But yeah, it was very interesting, and like the entire time, I think it's one of those things where they had it at the beginning, so that way throughout the game, you're like, is he gonna stay in Ni no Kuni, or like what's he gonna do after this? So that's what I was asking myself when I was playing the game. I was like, what's Roland gonna do after this? Freaking his kingdom is like nuked.
Yeah.
What does he do? But no, I thought it was interesting, and I like the way they like set it up. Like I said, it made you keep asking, oh, like, what is he gonna do after this when he's done helping Evan out? So it was pretty interesting.
Well, because I totally forgot. Like, so I don't know. This is a super spoiler.
Yeah, I haven't played it yet.
Like, I want to talk about Roland stuff. I'm like, wait, I can't even say that.
Yeah, that's
I
like a
can't say
super
that.
spoiler. Yeah.
But,
I'll
well, at the end of the game, the little boo moment that happened.
yeah. Well, so that
He was
thing.
like, ah!
Yeah. Well, that part is like
Totally
that's the
out of
whole like the first one is very much based off that. If you know what I'm talking about. I have a bad time talking around things, so I'm just gonna
Yeah,
move
you
on
do.
because I'm gonna spoil something if I keep talking.
Next topic.
Yeah. Yeah. Is there and so speaking of cosplay, is there any other cosplay you would want to do that you haven't done yet?
So I actually have a couple that are planned at the moment. So after Code Vein and all that stuff, I'm actually going to be working on another League of Legends cosplay that I'm going to be doing for Fanime. I'm doing Lunar Lux, which is one of her newer skins. And then after that, I'm hoping to do a Soul Calibur 6 costume. I'm still waiting for them to announce Taki or Talim, which are like my main characters. So once they do that, if they do that, I'll probably do one of those characters.
You know they're coming.
And then,
You know they're coming.
Oh yeah, I hope so, man. I'm gonna be so sad if Talim or Taki's not in there. But that, and then I have a Dynasty Warriors cosplay that I'm planning as well. And yeah, just a lot of costumes that I'm trying to knock out of the park. Some of them are for other companies, and then some of them are just ones that I want to do for myself, pretty much.
Do you ever like make a cosplay and then pitch it to a company, or is it always like, hey, we've seen your other things, can you do this for us? Is it always kind of one way?
I mean, that happened with Tales of Berseria. So when I did Velvet, that was way before I was even doing anything for Bandai. And the reason why I picked Velvet is because my sister actually saw a picture of it, and she sent it to me on my Facebook, and she's like, you have to do this character. She looks totally like you, and I think you could pull it off. And I was like, and I looked at her costume, I was like, wow, yeah, I would totally, that's totally a character I would cosplay. And so that's when I started working on it. And then Bandai had seen the pictures and stuff like that. And then that's when I started working with them for a bunch of stuff. So I did some stuff, Tales of Berseria related with them. And then, I always tell people if you want to do work with companies, it's good to have like a portfolio. So I use my Facebook as my portfolio, which is where I dump all of my cosplay pictures in. And so Bandai took a look at that, and they're like, "Oh, are you like interested in doing work with us for this new game that's coming out?" And so yeah, that's pretty much how it started. And they showed me a picture of the character, and I was like, cool, fuzzy hat. Okay.
Cool fuzzy hat, yes.
Yeah, I was like,
Yes.
okay, that looks cool, yeah. But that's pretty much how that happened.
Okay. Well, because I remember that's how I think ran into you initially, was that picture you posted was like getting retweeted like crazy. I think they retweeted or something. But yeah. No, that's funny how that happens sometimes. You just keep plugging away, and then something breaks through.
Yeah, and I mean, it's partly also like you have to go to these events and meet people. Like that's probably one of the advice that I give a lot of people, because I get asked a lot, like, how do you get to work with these companies? Like, how do you even make these connections? And it really is just going to events and just marketing yourself and meeting people, and then having business cards, because business cards are important. So yeah, that's pretty much how it happened. And I met up with some of them at AEX, some of the people who work for Bandai at AEX, and then they sent me to E3 to meet up with producers and stuff like that. And so yeah, the rest is history.
Cool. Good deal.
She knows about the next Tales game. I just know it.
She knows. Yeah.
The next Tales game.
She
I really want it so badly.
It's all up here. Yeah. Cool.
One day,
What day?
that announcement will come, and we'll see who was right, Nick.
Oh, yeah.
None of us.
No.
None of us. Yeah, it's gonna be completely. Tales of Symphonia 3. God damn it.
Oh gosh.
Good thing the what's his name?
White
Wasn't
Shroud.
on- Yeah, White Shroud. I wanted to call him White Ash for some reason.
White Ash.
Actually, call them by their name.
Yeah. Emorine.
No,
No.
that would give it away.
Nice
All right, so let's get some questions from the audience. From
Nice phrasing.
Smashimus. What would you like to see in a Switch revision?
Of what? Oh, and just
Of
a
the
Switch.
system.
Just of the system.
Oh, like
Do
a
you have
revision-
Switch?
I do have a Switch, yes. I don't play it that much though.
Yeah, do I?
I haven't
Yeah.
been playing it much recently. I mean, there's nothing that's been coming out.
Oh,
What are you
wait.
playing
Yeah.
right
His-
now?
his-
Oh, Xenoblade. Just kidding.
You fool. It's because he's been playing it on the
He lied
console,
to us.
right? You've been like plugging it in, or do you take it on the go?
Yeah, I do a little bit of both.
Okay.
You're right.
I
I'm a bot.
I bought it for Mario Kart.
We haven't done that. Oh,
I keep telling you to play Zelda. It's good.
I don't have time.
ah! She has Monster Hunter.
I'm only
That's all
she has.
280 hours into Monster Hunter. Not done with the game yet.
Yeah. It never
Oh,
ends.
yeah.
Hey, Leonard wasn't lying.
He wasn't.
I mean, you got past the tutorial.
I did get past the tutorial. I'm really proud of that.
Yeah. We have this friend who's like an insane Monster Hunter fan. He'll like literally buy 20 copies at launch and just like pass them out to friends and do all kinds of crazy
Oh, wow.
stuff.
And those
Eh.
friends are all like famous people somehow.
Yeah, like all the guys in the fighting game, like fighting game announcers and whatever.
It's the weirdest thing.
But like, he's like, Monster Hunter, you know, after 100 hours, you're past the tutorials. Like, if you can get past the first 100 hours, the next 400 are amazing. And we all
yeah.
we all laughed at him, but here we are.
He's living proof.
And what's funny is I thought I was gonna be the one that was all into it, because there were days where like I played it like all by myself, and you and Wandy
Yeah,
kept getting mad at me.
you burnt yourself out. You tried to do everything alone.
But
Not everything.
Everything.
I couldn't do Nerf Gigante by myself.
I know you scrub.
I know, I suck.
So about the question.
Yeah, Switch revision. The only thing, so what really annoys me is I hate that they swapped the joysticks, and I get that they have to do that for the Joy-Con so you can pull them off and have the same button layout. But
Yeah.
on the Pro Controller, I liked that you could have the buttons and the D-pad on the same plane instead of having to go like this. So like Mega Man, the Mega Man collection is coming out. I'm like, okay, I don't want to play with the D-stick, but going like that is just weird.
Wait,
Or
you're gonna get the X collection on
Maybe. I mean, just so like 2D games.
I mean, so like when I play the Switch, because I grew up in the Wii era and I like the Wiimote, I tend to just disconnect the Joy-Cons, place it, and then like people call me like my vampire gaming pose, because I tend to game like this and like just be playing the Switch. I'll be like, yeah, racing to Mario Kart, and they'll be like, what the hell are you doing? And I'm like, I'm
She's
playing
"No,
Mario
I'm playing
Kart.
Mario Kart.
Playing Mario Kart. What can I say? I was gonna say more guts in the plug-in.
Oh, like give it like more of a
Give it more power,
boost
more
when it's
juice.
docked. That'd be nice.
So you can
Yeah.
have more intensive games on the Switch.
Yeah.
You can't do that because it would alienate people. Make
Well-
it faster
Make it faster.
and make it not blow hot air when you're playing Xenoblade.
So like a jet engine
Like,
taking it.
I was playing in handheld mode and I hear.
That's not done
I,
that to me.
and I put this way and it's like blowing hot air in my face. I'm like, whoa.
Oh man. A better battery for the handheld mode. Not that it's bad, but you know you can never have enough battery for handheld mode.
That's true.
Yeah. Anything for you, Vanessa? Anything you want upgrades for Switch?
I don't know. I feel like I don't play enough of it to really know what to improve on it.
Yeah.
Because honestly, I think I've only played like a couple times, and then I'm just always on my PS4 because it's
PS4.
automatically connected to my Yeah, it's connected to my stream and through my Elgato, so I'm like too lazy
To switch
get
it over, yeah.
switch it over. Yeah, so I'm just like,
Yeah.
I'm not, and like, yeah, currently I'm not really playing anything on the Switch, anyways, unless they have Animal Crossing. But other than that, yeah, I don't really play anything on the Switch as right now.
So when the new Smash comes out,
Yeah, you're
It's
just
all
like-
over.
Yeah.
so it's all over.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun.
They're going to announce a new Animal Crossing. It's like, now it's time for Animal Crossing. Is there going to be that board game Animal Crossing game again?
Oh, I hope it's like a legit Animal Crossing game.
Happy Home Designer
Like-
too.
Oh gosh.
Oh yeah, you had to buy the cards.
Oh,
I remember
man.
I had to sell those.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I think there's like a huge demand because there wasn't one on Wii U, right? There wasn't like a actual Animal Crossing. There was just that board game.
I think so. Yeah.
Wasn't there
So
like an
the-
Animal Crossing game on the phone?
There was Pocket Camp.
Yeah, Pocket Camp. I mean, that one's been kicking off, but that did kick off, but I don't know about now. I don't really know anyone who plays it anymore.
Just like Pokemon Go.
Dude,
I don't
people-
know.
Yeah.
I see Justin Wong doing Pokemon Go all the time, man.
Yeah, but that's your friends.
Not my friend.
Oh,
He's like a fighting
He's
game
a
pro.
pro.
oh,
Yeah.
I just heard Justin, so I just figured
Yeah.
it was Justin.
Racist.
Yeah, racist, totally.
Just because he's Asian. I said Asian last name.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not how this works, but okay.
From Brian or B Cops. With the just announced Shenmue collection from Sega, what other game series would you like to see ported to current gen? I've been hoping they would announce a Skies of Arcadia HD, since the DC GC versions have been getting really expensive and is regarded as one of the best RPGs of all time.
Okay, so I have a couple answers for this.
Okay.
And I haven't played either of them, and that's exactly why. So, the first one is this series I just found out about, and it looks amazing. Okay, so there's a series called Batten Kaitos. I don't know if that's how you
Oh, I thought
pronounce
you were
it.
gonna say like Omega Labyrinth or something.
No. But it's it basically looks like a spiritual successor to like Chrono Cross. It's like this really lush, gorgeous, like tropical looking thing. It was on the GameCube, and I never played any GameCube JRPGs. And there's two of them, and they both look awesome. And I'm like, the only way I know how to play it is like get a Dolphin emulator up or something. Because I'm not gonna go buy a GameCube for 2 games. Like that's stupid.
I have a GameCube.
You do, but
The GameCube was good though.
It was.
GameCube was a really good console.
what's funny is I bought it, and the only game I played was the Resident Evil remake, and that was it. And I never played it again.
Oh no.
Lies. You had wrestling games on it as well.
Did I? I mean, probably.
You always had
Wrestling.
games.
Yeah, I was big into wrestling back in the day. And then the other one, which I feel like is around the corner, and Vanessa might know about it.
Oh.
Is a
Tales
Xeno...
of Destiny HD collection.
No, not.
Yes!
I mean, that would be great. But no, I never played the Xenosaga trilogy.
The Xenosaga trilogy is good. It's good.
Because they've been...
I haven't played all of them, but I've heard really good stuff about them.
Yeah, so have I. Because Connor liked 1 or 2 of them
No,
or
didn't
something.
you played the second one.
Oh, okay.
You didn't play the first one. 'cause
Oh,
he's
weird.
found it at like a used game store.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I
And
see.
he said he enjoyed it, but I don't think he finished it.
Because I feel like Bandai is in the market to do that, because they like did the Dot Hack series, which seemed really random to me. I'm like, why would you port the Dot Hack trilogy? Just because
I mean,
why
that
not?
wasn't bad though. I played Last Recode. It was actually pretty good.
Oh no, yeah, those are good games. It just seemed like normally if you do a remaster, it's because there's a new game coming or something. It just seemed like really out of the blue.
You
I'm
know
like,
why they did it?
why?
Because Sword Art Online is popular.
But they also they publish Sword Art Online games.
So they're like, we have a
Yeah, Fatal Bullet is good too.
I bet, yeah. I saw a lot of people like it. It's like a shooter though, right? Kind of.
Yeah, it's a shooter, and then you can also fight with a sword.
Oh.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good. I had a lot of fun playing that one.
Because there's like the new anime is just that. There's no Kirito. It's like called Sword Art Online Alternate Gun Gale Online or something like that. It's just a shooter game now.
Mm.
I remember seeing. You used to watch it, and I remember there was like Sword Art Online was like a fantasy RPG, and then there was like a shooter thing.
Yeah,
I'm like, what is this?
Yeah, so they there's 3 games. There's Sword Art Online, and then All Time Online, the fairy one. What was that game?
Oh, I don't remember what it's called, but yeah, it was the fairy one, the fairy saga or something.
Yeah. and then
Very saga.
and then they have the Gun Gale online, the shooter one.
Yeah.
But Kirito uses sword anyway because he's badass like that.
Yeah, he only uses sword. He doesn't really use a gun. I mean, he has a pistol, but barely uses it.
Mm-hmm. He has a lightsaber. He just
Oh.
does that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But I would like to have an HD remake, remaster.
You already said it.
Or Fatal Frame 1, 2, and 3.
Ah, okay.
I would love that. Love the Fatal Frame series.
I have them all right there.
Are they only on PS2?
Those three, yeah.
I think that would be like a perfect Switch game because you can like use it as like a camera or whatever. Like,
I mean, they did that for the what was it? The Wii U?
that's right.
No,
the Wii
they
U,
did.
yeah.
But it wasn't sent here. Like,
It was digital only, I think,
Oh.
if I remember.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
But they didn't have the swimsuit DLC. Can't do it.
Yeah, you gotta see those ghosts.
Oh my
in the-
god, someone sent me a picture of that because I cosplayed Yuri.
Mhm.
And so someone sent me that and they're like, hey, are you going to cosplay this version? I'm like,
I gave him a look.
You're like-
Didn't even respond.
And you're like, what do you think?
huh, I'll give you 3 chances.
Ooh, that's being generous.
Yeah.
By the way, I really like how you handled trolls because I remember watching a stream of yours and then like somebody wrote a comment or like, are we gonna see boobs? And then like you brought one of your figures and you're like, here's some boobs or something like that.
I had grabbed, it was the Moogle. I had the Moogle sitting on my lap. And I was like, oh shit, I don't think he has boobs, but I can help you out with your imagination. And I started, I grabbed like this pin cushion and this Poro that I have on my desk. And I was like, here, is this good?
Genius.
But no, yeah, trolls, I mean, they make it interesting. They kind of break this silence sometimes, and I don't know. You either love them or hate them.
Mhm.
So, yeah. But I mean, dealing with trolls, I feel like I do have to do that all the time. Especially with cosplay, there's a
Oh
lot
my
of trolls
God.
in cosplay.
I
And
can't even imagine, yeah.
yeah. But I mean, I'm a very like chill person, and I just do what I do because I love it. So it's like, if someone's trying to damper on that, I'm like, you can't really make me not like something I'm enjoying, you know? So,
It's a good attitude. Is there a
What?
remastered trilogy or anything that you would want? It's not out.
a remaster of something? I mean,
She just got it.
Besides
Spyro.
Legend of Dragoon.
Legend of Dragoon, yeah. A remaster. I know I played a lot of Billy Hatcher, and I feel like that'd be really cool if they remastered that. Because a lot of people don't know about that series either, but I had a lot of fun with that. That one and Jumping Flash. I feel like Jumping Flash was a good game for the PS1. So that'd be really cool if they remade that.
They need
Nice.
to remake Blasto.
No, they don't. They really don't.
Gex. Gex,
Gex?
Gex,
Yes, Gex.
Gex
Bring
needs a
back some
comeback.
Gex. Enter the gecko again.
Gex was a poor man's Super Mario 64.
It's super important. It was a 2D game. It wasn't. Oh no, was it 3D?
Gex 1, it was 2D.
Okay.
Gex 2, or Enter the Gecko, was a Super Mario ripoff.
And that was made by Crystal, right?
Crystal
They do
Dynamics.
Tomb Raider now. Oh, how far they've come.
And they did Tomb Raider back then too.
That's true. They would bounce back. I know you haven't been playing games as long as us. So I don't even know if there's any remasters that like are.
No, there's one giant remaster that you would love.
I don't know.
Oh yeah?
Sky trilogy.
It's called Warcraft. World of Warcraft 2.
What? World of Warcraft's still going.
No, I know, but they're gonna be
Come-
they're
come-
gonna make it look awesome.
It already looks
They're
awesome.
gonna make it look even more awesome.
Well, okay, but you know, new expansion's coming out August 14th, and I've already pre-ordered the collector's edition, and nobody's gonna see from me for the next month.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, WoW.
She's gonna say that, but she's still gonna be playing Monster Hunter.
Pro-
It's gonna be sitting on her computer. You're like, Maddie, there's World of Warcraft. Right? I gotta hunt some monsters, man.
gotta kill
Dude,
some-
I do that with games all the time. Like I get since I work with Bandai, they send me a lot of games to review on stream, and I just can't find time to finish some of these games. Sometimes it's really hard.
Man,
Yeah.
I miss
So-
those times, Taylor.
What do you?
Taylor used to get a bunch of Bandai games.
Oh, because you worked at
Yeah.
Yeah.
And every time you would do it, he's like, "Man, this game sucks. I don't like this game."
Well, you get used to it. Like I'm sure, like at some point, you're like, oh, like at first it's cool that you get free games, but then at some point it's like it's like becomes like anything else. It becomes like a job or like I don't want to do this.
I think it's mostly with like how you handle it and like mindset. Like for me, I've always loved video games, and it's kind of like even though I stream full time now and it's kind of a job now, for me it's still a lot of fun, and I still find a lot of just a lot of enjoyment in it. So I think it's just trying to figure out like how you want to handle it. And yeah, with all these games, I think the only problem I have with all these games is just trying to find time to play all of them. That's the only problem I have right now. Because between traveling and making costumes and then playing games and streaming, it's kind of hard. Yeah, it's a lot harder. It's been a lot harder to kind of time manage everything. So.
Haven't you even streamed some of like your cosplay like making stuff, right?
Yeah,
like, a couple times.
Yeah, I did that with Eva, which is the white short-haired chick, and yeah, that helps me like keep on track and keep working on it, because if I don't, I get really distracted very easily
yes.
and bored very easily doing the same thing. So yeah, stream kind of helps me. Keep me on my toes and keep me working. So, and it also helps. It kind of kills two birds with one stone, because I can stream and I can work on cosplay at the same time.
Yeah. Get both requirements done.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's nice that Twitch has that, the like IRL stuff for the creative.
The creative.
Yeah.
I've used it for editing some things before.
there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't go in the
No.
IRL stuff. It's scary.
Oh, that's like when people are walking like through. Didn't we see someone? Oh no. Okay, so Stanford, we saw someone like had the selfie stick and was talking to like his chat on like Twitch, walking through a college, just like, and people were watching, like 50 people.
Wow.
I was
Yeah.
like, okay.
Man, that's just
I think with IRL, I think it helps break the wall between, this person in some people's eyes is a celebrity, and with celebrities, there's always this like shroud of mystery, like what do they really do on a daily basis? And I think IRL kind of breaks that whole mystery and kind of humanizes them and stuff, because I think people kind of hold some people to a higher standard and like they can't be human, or I mean they probably don't do things that we normal people do,
Probably don't
Right.
eat at a Jack in the Box or like what have you. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. There are some people that I've seen that like that's all they do is IRL stuff. Like I forget what his name. It was like his nickname had something to do with like Frost or Ice or something. And like he was eating at a Denny's, and somebody like walked into the Denny's and grabbed the fire extinguisher and just like sprayed it everywhere, and like the alarms were going off. It was like super crazy.
like he did that. Or
No,
someone
like
did?
a fan found him. Like I don't know how they found out where he was, but
Oh.
I mean,
It's pretty easy to find. If they're streaming IRL too, it's kind of like real time showing you where you are at the time.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure people are just like, if he was at like a fast food restaurant, they probably know where he's at, like where he lives. And there's maybe like 5 fast food restaurants, like 5 of that particular one. All they have to do is just drive around and find him.
Yeah.
It's kind of scary though when you think about it. With like people who do that.
Yeah, like all of the stuff with like swatting, and I can't believe swatting still happens. I'm like, are you really that
Yeah.
dumb? Like, come on.
Yeah.
Yes, they are.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, from Wandy, what are the pros and cons of cosplaying? Where do you get your materials for making your costumes? Oh, sorry, I read that weird. When picking a character to cosplay, come on, Wandy. When picking a character to cosplay, do you look at what they're wearing to determine
He
if
did
you'll
use a
cosplay
comma.
as them or not? Like, oh, I like this character, but she's too revealing. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
That's very Wandy.
So the first one, pros and cons, would definitely have to be, definitely one of the pros is obviously dressing up as your favorite character and then meeting people who are into the same like video game or anime or TV show as you. I've made so many lasting friends because of cosplay, and I probably wouldn't have made those friends otherwise if I didn't do cosplay. So that's definitely definitely a big pro for cosplaying. And plus with cosplaying, you kind of if you're a shy person, because I used to be a really, really shy person, and cosplay kind of helped me break out of that shell and kind of, you know, put myself out there and dress up and all that stuff. So it helped me grow as a person. But definitely some of the cons, there's a lot of just, I think for some people, like there's a lot of negativity among the community, which is really weird. I don't understand it because we're all dressing up and being nerds, and we remember being picked on at school or being shy to talk about it at school. So it doesn't make any sense when the same nerds are like bashing on other nerds, you know? So I think that's probably one of the cons I don't like about the cosplay community is people just judging each other for something that people just love to do and are having fun. But for picking characters, the way I pick a character is really if I play a game and I like see a character, I'm like, oh, that character's cool. I totally want to cosplay that. Like that's pretty much how it goes. And even if the costume's like really revealing or really hard to make, I like to challenge myself. So I'll try and pick harder costumes to make. And if they're revealing, I try to find ways to kind of make it so that, you know, nothing happens. So like with Velvet, right? With Velvet, you know, she's very like, it's very open right here, but I always make sure that I'm like, I tape it down and I even have like pasties on just in case, you know? So, I mean, there's different things you can do to prevent things from happening. But yeah, for me, it's definitely just, if I like a character, I usually, you know, cosplay that character. If it's from my favorite video game, I'll cosplay from my favorite video game. If it's like for a company, so for example, like Bandai, they'll usually pick the character for me. I can have a say whether or not I want to cosplay the character, but usually they'll be like, oh, this character is the only character that's released, so would it be okay if you can do this costume? And I'll be like, yes or no, depending on, you know, whether I want to do the character or not. So yeah, that's usually how it goes with the whole process.
Cool. And then like, as far as like materials, do you like just order it in bulk online, or is there like a fabric store that you go to? Or
I just go to Joann's, or like Walmart has like their fabric section too. I try to, for me, like I put more, so like quality for fabric and stuff, like I try not to use expensive stuff because one, cosplay is already expensive already with the wig and the contacts and all that stuff. So I try to pick materials that are cheap, but at the same time I can make it look really expensive with either paint or the way I sew it or construct on it. So yeah, I try to use pretty cheap materials when I do costumes because they can get pretty pricey depending on what you're making. So yeah.
Oh, I bet, especially like weapons, I imagine. Like carving in like the painting and whatever.
Actually, weapons is like probably the cheaper one.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
Because usually my props are made of like EVA foam, and like EVA foam is really, really cheap. And then on top of that, you know, with EVA foam, you're just gonna cover it with like Plasti Dip, which is also cheap too. It's like this this primer that you can just spray on to the EVA foam, and then, you know, then you have your acrylic paint, which isn't too expensive either. And then, yeah, that's pretty much. Oh, cool. Props are probably my favorite thing to make. I don't really like to sew that often, so yeah.
So making Dragoon armor.
Yeah, Dragoon armor.
Well, you did Meru one, right?
Yeah, I did Meru's Dragoon form, which was actually my first time making armor. So there was a lot of things that I liked about the costume and a lot of things I didn't like about the costume. But I'm really glad I actually got to make that one because that one was on my list for a while as well.
Yeah, I remember the wings were cool because like I don't know what you call it, the fins, like the transparent part, you
Yeah.
got like the different, like the color shading, right?
And the gradient, yeah.
Yeah.
That one was really cool.
That looked pretty neat.
I want to like remake that costume, but after seeing it, I'm like, there was so much work put into it. I'm like, do I really want to remake it? So I would have to do that all over again.
Make it
So-
100 times better.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then
yeah,
you do it longer.
Mm-hmm.
I figured out what I want to cosplay as.
Oh.
Oh.
The Revenant.
The
Oh my
Revenant?
god.
Ooh.
From Doom.
From
From
Doom.
Doom. Let's
You also be a,
screaming skull.
just a demon.
That's
Oh.
gross.
You're gonna have to
Like,
lose
how would
a
you do that?
lot of weight.
Yeah.
I don't think you can.
Yeah. No, not me. Just in general.
Would be a cool
So-
It
costume.
would be a cool costume.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, with cosplayers, like we have to deal with bringing the fantasy world to real life, and I've seen people bring some crazy stuff that a lot of people are like, "Oh, how would you ever do that?" or "How would you ever cosplay that?" But cosplayers find a way to
Life
cosplay something.
Finds a way every
Yeah.
time.
Finds a way to
Definitely.
become a skeleton with skins and bones.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah.
You never know. Some people can find a way.
Yeah, like I remember the first fan anime I went to like a couple years ago. They were the giant from the Laputa Castle in the Sky movie. That
Oh,
like gold
yeah.
guy. And it was like they were on like stilts or something. They were gigantic, and I'm like, that's impressive.
Yeah.
Like when they go out of their way to like be
What are you-
taller or whatever. I would actually dress up as Soray. I like
That's
his
what I was
outfit.
looking. I was like,
Mhm.
Soray's actually pretty easy.
He has a lot of buckles.
Of course.
Not many buckles.
Look at his boots. They're
His
all
boots
buckles.
are buckly,
and
but-
his wrists are all buckles too.
He has his glove on.
I think the hardest part would be
The cape.
making this, but I'm pretty sure you could.
Oh,
buy
I would
this.
just buy that. There's no way I would make. Look at the design is like so intricate. It's crazy.
Mm.
Would you be able to make this design?
I'm,
Yeah. I think I've made something a bit more intricate before.
And
But
then-
I do like the Tails costumes. I think they do a really good job with creating costumes for the characters. They're always really nice to look at, and the color schemes and stuff, they're always really cool.
They always do interesting stuff with shading. Like a normal human can't have white that fades into teal hair,
Well,
but it
he's
just
not a
it
human.
looks cool as a character though.
But he's not-
Yeah.
Miglia.
And I mean, there are ways to make a wig look like that. Like, I've seen people do crazy stuff with wigs. And, yeah, I think I've seen a cosplayer do the whole, like, gradient wig shading thing.
Oh, look.
And usually you do that with, like, permanent markers and stuff. You can actually paint on the wig with a permanent marker.
That's a good way to do it.
Should just be Ludger.
Look,
It's very easy.
Just get a suit and tie and a whatever.
Like a harness.
Yeah, and get 2 swords. You just need the wig. That's pretty much
Just
it.
cosplay as Joshua. So if I actually want to cosplay as a girl besides Velvet, that like I might actually do, it'd be Estelle.
Oh yeah, that'd be you could do that.
Best-
I
Estelle?
I could do best.
That'd be
Estelle.
cute.
Right there, yeah.
Oh yeah. Hi Estelle.
Do Mila.
I'll do second
Amelia.
chapter.
Do Mila.
Do no.
Ooh. You should
Mila
do
would be cool.
Fina from Grandia.
With the green hair, yeah.
Why does everybody have exposed midriff? Dang
It was,
it!
it was the 90s.
Every character except for
You could be
Precious
Sue.
Bestel here.
You could be Sue.
No, I'm gonna be Bestel.
No, I'm saying if you want to be a Grandia character, you could be Sue, or you could be Lean, which is Fina's sister.
Oh.
It's not on there.
Okay. I'll
We're
be
just talking about
I'll be
characters now.
Makoto.
What?
So I'll be Makoto.
There you go, you be Makoto.
Yeah.
All right. So the question of the week
Okay.
is: would you ever want to cosplay? If so, what would you cosplay as? Cole said yes, and probably someone that would cover my whole body.
I don't know what that means.
It's
I think like so.
That's
it wouldn't
something that would cover.
yeah,
his
it wouldn't
whole-
show skin.
Oh, like a teddy or something?
yeah.
Yeah, I think he even said Teddy.
Oh, did he? Okay.
So
Like Teddy, yeah.
yeah,
or
there you go.
C
Like
from
Teddy
Cold
or
Steel.
C
Okay.
from Cold Steel. So like it covers himself up.
Well, that's a big list there, Devil.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so Mr. Photographer said yes, totally. I need to work out for that. What I want to do is Mitsurugi from Soul Calibur, Auron from Final Fantasy X, and Graf from Xenogears.
Well, he's got the long hair, so I think that works.
Devil. Yes, let's see.
List.
Oh my gosh.
Nightwing, Goro Majima, Kane Highwind, Soma Cruz, OG Richter Belmont, Hummel,
Oh, nice.
Reziel, Kazuma Kiru, Joshua Stray, Static, Elk the Flame Master, Zach Fair,
Wait, who's Static? Static Shock?
Oh, I think that's what it is. Yeah.
Okay.
yeah,
Oh, that'd be really cool.
Gambit, Hazuma, John Constantine, and Aizen.
Oh my gosh. So many things. You got to get working, Devil. Wait, Devil said? Was that Devil? Or?
That was Devil, yeah.
Okay.
PB, Elite Knight from Baldur Swag Sword. Duh.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that
Boulder
is.
Swag Sword?
I don't know what that is.
I don't know.
Is that a video game
I
or
have
something?
no
I thought it was
idea.
gonna be like Baldur's Gate, but I'm like, wait, no.
It sounds like a goofy anime or something.
Yeah.
Boulder Swag Sword. I gotta look that up.
Craftium Banager Lynx from Gundam Unicorn, since I wouldn't have to wear a wig.
It's basically just a guy in a sweaty or
In a sweater.
sweatshirt and a
Yeah.
jacket.
Spaghetti. No, I'm not really into dressing up. Haha. So,
Haha.
So I dress up as Blue Blonde.
I mean, it's another Nick.
Yeah.
So, Smashimus. Oh hell yeah, I'd cosplay if I could. With a group, I dress up in a Thor's uniform or Yasugami Shinjun uniform.
Smart.
If I had the suit, I'd cosplay Master Chief or Destiny Titan.
Ooh, that would be.
Oh, that'd be really cool.
Yeah, the Titan.
I've seen a
like,
Titan before. I think
armor
there's
stuff,
that.
yeah.
Okay. I also from Craftium. I also thought it would be cool to do Simoen cosplay from Gurren Lagann, but I also have to make his Mimi mech.
Oh, Simon's. Oh, I know who that is. Yeah.
with the goggles, yeah. The mech.
Yeah.
That would be interesting to make the mech part of it.
I should just be a battle mech.
There you go.
You should just be a
Come
battle
as a
mech.
mech. You have to walk. You have to be Fire Moth though, so you can walk around like
No,
an idiot.
no. Caslo 25's Proto Man.
Just Proto Man.
This is a
And
conversation.
just a conversation happens.
Yeah.
So we're all gonna cosplay in Thor's uniforms, guys. Is that what I heard?
Is that that's Cold Steel, right?
That's Cold
That's
Steel.
Cold
yeah.
Steel, baby.
Actually, that would.
No, okay.
why
Have you
not?
seen their uniforms? It's super.
They're super nice.
They're super nice.
So
They
they
have,
have,
like,
like these red
the
kind
red-
of school uniforms.
Yeah, and they have a
Oh
tie.
yeah, they look really cool.
I don't know who I'd be though, because
You
they
be
all have
Laura.
like blue and purple and green hair.
Sorry, I'd still cosplay as a
You'd
guy
be-
because
you'd be,
I
I'll
just
just
like.
I'll crossplay as Laura.
Yeah, you
Laura's
cosplay as
cool.
Laura. I'll cosplay as Reen. Okay.
You be Reen.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Who's
There's
that,
so much detail on this uniform.
There's got to be ones that people have sold.
Oh, there is. Like on Ami, I've looked at it. There are Thor's uniforms.
How much do they cost?
Too much.
Too much.
Actually, not that bad. Like 150, I think.
Okay.
But like, I don't have any money, so can't. But for point of reference, my Joker outfit, like just the coat, shirt, and pants, was $60.
That's actually pretty good.
I know.
Fun.
The mask was probably the most expensive.
The
part.
mask was also $60.
Okay, yeah, exactly.
How much would it be to cosplay Amelia? Do you think that just her hair alone?
Oh my gosh, that
Uh,
wig is insane. Like you have
That
to
wig would
color
be
it.
really heavy. Yeah. You would have to find like a really thick blonde wig, and usually the wig is the most expensive, depending on either you might want to get, if you want it to be really really thick, you'll probably get like one more wig and just sew it onto the other one.
Ooh.
Oh,
yeah.
that's a smart little
Smart
hack.
idea.
Yeah.
Huh.
But I mean, outfit wise, I don't think it'd be too expensive.
It's just
I think it would just be the wig.
booty shorts, long boots.
It's not even booty shorts. It's like a skirt.
Yeah, it is a skirt. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
It
There's
almost
tied
looks-
right here. It's like a piece of cloth.
I know. I was
Yeah.
gonna say it looks like a towel that she.
I know
sewed
they
on.
talk about it. Like Jude several times is like, can you wear something like a little more like
The
cover
only
up?
reason
And
she dressed like
she's
that
like,
because
it's comfortable to
her
cup fight
perv-
in.
Her perv server wants her to dress like that.
It's because of the spirit, Nick.
For the spirit.
So
She's
we
like, I'm a master of spirits. I don't have to do
The
anything about
master
it.
of spirit.
So we have this running joke that Mila sounds like she has a lisp in the Tales games for some reason,
In
even
the
though she
first one.
totally
Wow.
doesn't.
In the first one.
It's really weird. Like if you go back and listen to some
she
of the
does.
dialogue,
She actually
has-
does.
Yeah.
It's really yeah.
It's been a while since I
The
played the game,
master
so I don't
spirit.
really remember what she sounded like.
But I over exaggerate.
Oh yeah, no, we definitely over exaggerate, but
Hey
it's
Jude,
just like
can you help me? I'm the master of spirits.
yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's not that bad, but like, and the actress doesn't sound like that. Like, she,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's got to be like the recording or something. It was really weird.
yeah.
But yeah.
I know someone asked in
Is
chat
it?
when getting wigs, do you use real hair wigs?
No, I do not. No. Especially with wigs, you don't want to use real hair wigs. Those are mostly just for when you're going out or like if you want like to have it look realistic. It's not really for cosplay because for us, we have to style it a lot for the character, and you don't want to use real wigs because they won't hold the hairspray and all that stuff you're gonna put on it that well. And then plus you want to make sure it could handle the heat. So we use I forgot what it's called, but it's a certain kind of wig material. I think it starts with a K. I think it's like Kyrolin or something like that. I don't know. I don't remember what the name of it is called, but it can take heat a lot, and you can also style it like crazy. So yeah, I don't use real hair wigs. Those are mostly just for people either if they have like cancer or something and they want to put on a real wig or something like that. So yeah.
Got it. Morgana, just wear the whole cat suit.
Could you do that? Could you be in a full costume, like a cat
Like a
suit
full
costume?
body costume. You're basically a mascot.
I don't know. Oh wait, you mean like a mascot costume?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
I mean, I've done that for work. I used to work at the Sanrio store, so I used to wear the Hello Kitty
Oh, cute.
mascot outfit because I was the only one that could really fit in it, and so yeah.
Should I expose your deep dark past, Nick, of when you
Dancing as a monkey?
dancing as a monkey at my birthday party?
Oh my god.
Oh really?
I totally could tell it was him too because of the way he was walking. But yeah, the jungle, he had like a mascot of the monkey, and he put on the suit and he walked in like this, and I was like, "Yep, that's Nick."
It's like a Chuck E. Cheese kind of place, like a
Not
little
anymore.
place.
Gone.
Well, it's
They're
gone
all
now.
gone, but they're all like, it's like a play place, and you can buy pizza and play video games.
I was
and
young.
stuff,
I was young.
It was the weirdest place. The weirdest thing because these little kids would tell me to do like Superman or that, what's it called? Soulja Boy song.
but-
And they'll be singing it, and they'll be singing it, and they're like, "Oh, Superman, that hoe!" And I'm like, "You're like 4."
Oh my gosh.
You don't even know what that means.
Ugh. But yeah, just in that suit alone, it was so hot. And you have to do like 3 parties in a row. You're done, just dripping in sweat.
Dude, I remember when I met the manager of the island jungle, and on his badge,
Top
he was
banana.
the manager. Yeah, so instead of manager, it said top banana, and I was like, top banana? He's like, it's the only top banana you'll ever meet. And he was like so proud of it.
Oh gosh.
He wasn't just the manager of that store.
Dude, that guy
he
was like-
he was like the
The big boss.
district manager.
He was such a goober, though. Oh, boy.
Ugh, bad memories.
Great.
You never want to work at a kid's place. Once you work there, if you ever have kids, you would never want to send them there.
Yeah. It's so gross.
Because you
and
know how
disgusting,
gross
yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
Nothing says clean than finding a used diaper in the play area.
Stop.
Oh no.
God, that's so nasty. So on that note,
Oh,
somebody's-
see you, Wizzy. Thanks for joining
Thanks
us.
for joining.
Tekken, I
Thank
think.
you, Izzy.
The mightiest fruit warrior needs some rest. Get a good
The
sleep.
mightiest
Yeah.
fruit warrior.
Because her thing is all like
It's fruit.
the star fruit from Kingdom Hearts.
Oh,
Yeah, so I
okay.
have it on my chair.
Oh, you
here.
do. There it is.
Ah, nice. You know what's so funny? Speaking of starfruit, I posted this on our Discord. I thought that was like a made-up thing that people use in like Harvest Moon, and then I went to the grocery store the other day. I'm like, oh my gosh, a starfruit! That's so weird. I didn't know
it
they
doesn't
were real.
look like a star though. You have to slice it, and then it looks like a star.
Yeah.
It levels up my stamina.
I can
do
farm
I
for an
can do
extra
yard
hour.
work longer now.
Yeah.
Not
It's
the
rich
power
in
berry.
nutrients.
That's good.
It's rich in nutrients.
Mm-hmm.
Starfruit.
Starfruit.
So what's next?
I think.
Is that-
I think it's time to say.
It's time to say
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
let's see. Anything else? No.
See if anybody posted anything else.
I was
Wait,
supposed to
why?
see how long we've been going.
Oh.
Oh, it's been about 2 hours. Hour and 40, I would say.
Wow, it's been a long one.
I'll let Vanessa get back to her regularly scheduled life.
Of being a potato,
Yeah.
yes.
All right,
I
so-
mean, let's all be honest. We're all just gonna turn this off and go play video games. So.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
You guys are gonna
okay.
leave, and then I'm gonna have to clean up this entire set.
Exactly.
Tiny violin.
Yeah. I know,
It
right?
takes forever.
I'm actually gonna go to dinner, but yeah.
Oh
okay.
yeah, are you gonna leave?
I don't know. No, I'm not gonna leave.
We all need to go get ramen.
That's a great idea.
Not right now. Dude,
That sounds good.
I just had a giant barbecue. At my
Dang
guys'
it,
house.
that's
There's
right.
no way I'm getting
Oh
ramen
yeah,
right
that's
now.
right. He was at a party.
I was. I had way
Fine.
too much tri-tip and garlic bread and
Dang it, ramen sounds so good.
another day.
Damn.
Oh no. We're getting loopy, everyone.
We are.
We're going crazy.
Yeah, you're gonna be at Fanime next, right?
Yeah, so that's
Oh.
my next event that I'm going to.
Sweet.
This Fanime.
Time to we're gonna be there, so
We'll have to
hopefully.
Hey,
hang out.
nice.
I'll have to
We
grab
can
it.
hang and get ramen.
Yes.
There you go, yeah.
There we go. We'll
We
be
know the
anime
best ramen, the
characters, and we
secret
got
ramen that nobody will tell you about.
and it's not
okay.
in downtown San Jose.
And it's not that place on Lawrence that everybody likes to go to. That's super.
Oh, really?
crazy.
Oh,
You know
Ringer
that
Hut?
place?
Not Ringer Hut.
Ringer Hut.
No, the place on Lawrence and
Well,
I know what you're
Homestead
talking
or whatever by the hospital. Everybody goes there, but no.
Yeah,
Not even
Leonard.
good.
I remember Leonard. There was a huge line, and Leonard's like, "Don't worry, I know a guy."
Dude, he did that. Okay.
And then we just went straight in.
Are you
I'm like,
serious?
Leonard, you know everybody.
No, he did that. Okay, so I went to the first Crunchyroll Anime Awards, and I went with Leonard and my friend, and we were literally at the end of the line. And then this dude opens up like a random door, and Leonard's like, "Can we just like come in the back door?" He's like, "Yeah, whatever." And so we like caught like 200 people in this crazy Crunchyroll line. Yeah, it helps to know a Leonard.
Yep.
You gotta know a Leonard,
Gotta know
apparently.
Leonard. But yes, okay, so Fanime.
Yep. So yeah. Well, yes, Vanessa, you could go plug all your stuff right now. Where can we follow you?
You can find me on Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram. You can also find me on Twitch at XOFruitcakeOX, and then everywhere else is XXFruitcakeXX. Yeah. Yep.
Thank you for joining us. It was really fun. Well, I know we got kind of loopy in the middle there.
That's okay. It was
Or
a
the
lot
whole
of fun,
thing.
though.
Thanks. Yeah, and guys,
I love talking video games with you guys, so.
Thank
Video
you.
games
Yeah, it's
so
fun having you on.
much fun.
So, if you guys liked us, sorry.
You got this, Nick.
Yeah, if you guys like us, you can go follow on Twitch. We also have a YouTube channel, so you can find all our old episodes on there. We're also on iTunes, SoundCloud, and all that. So we are the Giant Sword Podcast, not LHG Live. That's just our banner, or over,
Last Honest Gamers.
Yeah.
Or over. Or
Last
Overlord.
Honest Gamers,
Yeah.
which is just a slogan I took from
From
Roundtable
from
Pizza.
Round
Round Table Pizza.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Don't worry about it. Giant Sword
So, yeah,
Podcast.
thank you guys, and we'll see you next week at 1 p.m., right?
Hopefully.
Hopefully at 1 p.m.
Hopefully.
So don't- see ya.
See ya.
Yeah.